Hey guys, and welcome to this week's In Style Country. I'm Donald Jenkins.
And I'm Megan Golden.
Megan, this week was not only fun, it was yum.
Ooh, did you go to the cupcake collection?
Maybe.
And hung out with Amy Sunshine?
I did, and was she ever a ray? See what I did there?
I see.
Oh gosh, there is so much good on this episode. Make sure you stick around. Janelle Arthur, Christina Taylor. You don't want to miss it. You know, Megan, Amy Sunshine is not that old, 14, 15 years old, and she's already a household name.
That is crazy. That young, and she's already switching styles on us too.
She has. You won't believe to what her next style is. Check this out. Hey guys, it's Donald with In Style Country, and wow, I'm sitting here about to get amazing fashion advice from the one and only Amy Sunshine. How are you?
Doing good, how are you?
Well, any better, and I couldn't stand it, because right now I've been running around Nashville. It's CMA Fest. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so tell me, you know you're an amazing artist and musician. Like, that's a given. But is there anything that you feel like you connect with your fans and your audience when it comes to like your style of fashion? Has that evolved?
Yes. When I first started, I was more into the country kind of style. The way I used to wear a bunch of cowboy hats and a bunch of boots and stuff like that. But then I just kind of went to regular normal clothes, you know, but then I did like this bohemian thing that I'm doing right now, and it changes all the time, you know. It's never the same for every show.
Well, I dig it, and I don't know if I could pull it off, but you pull it off very well. So, hey, I don't even know what bohemian style means, but we'll follow up with that, all right? Hey, well, thanks for hanging out. At least giving me a minute. I'm excited to see you play, and hey, tell us what to look forward to.
You're gonna have a lot of fun. You're gonna hear a lot of original songs by me and my mom. We love to write, and it's something we're very, very passionate about. We love to play our music, and it's you can see us having fun up there. It's not a gag or anything like that. It's us having fun. You know, it's amazing. You know, it's part of us, and it's always has been. So you're gonna see a lot of truth up there.
That's awesome. Well, if you haven't seen them in person or met them, you probably want to. So thanks for hanging out.
Definitely.
Hey, and this is what we call In Style Country. Thanks, guys.
This is Stella Parton. Today my beauty on a budget tip is less is more. Sometimes I think we think that we don't look good enough just to be simple and understated. Sometimes that's great, but sometimes it's like today, I felt like I needed to wear this necklace, and so I have this neck piece on because I thought it looked good with this bright blue jacket. And the other tip that I want to give you on the beauty on budget today is that blending is the most important thing you can do when you're working on your makeup. Blend, 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 blend. You can't blend it enough. And if you blend it out too much, then add just a little bit more color. But always make sure that you're telling yourself that less is more, because sometimes it is, because you want people to remember your face. It's not your dress that you want them to remember, it's you that you want them to remember.
You know, if you ever get two girls in a room talking about fashion and music, I just feel like it's not very quiet in there.
That is very true. Our Erica hung out with Christina Taylor, and they had a lot to say.
What's up, everybody? I'm here in the InStyle studio with Christina Taylor today. How are you doing?
I'm awesome. Thank you guys for having me in today.
Yeah, thank you for coming. So tell me a little bit about yourself. We'll just jump in there and give us a little background.
Well, I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I pretty much loved music from the time I was born and knew I wanted to be a singer from the get-go. And some of my inspirations are Eric Church, Pink, Beyonce. I really love them because they're all, super real and super raw, and that's something that, I told my team when I got to Nashville that I wanted to be, was honest and truthful and to not sugarcoat anything. So that's kind of a little background on me and my music.
Tell me, what's going on with you right now? Tell me where you're at career-wise.
Well, right now I actually just released a single called American Dreamin', which is pretty
Well, I've always been the girl with stars in her eyes. Now they're saying there's a hole in my apple pie sky, but I just keep looking up. They say we're slipping down that slippery slope. Hard to hold on to faith when you're losing hope, but I ain't giving in to giving up.
But something that's kind of a staple in my style is usually like a maxi skirt and a crop top. That's my favorite things, free to move, especially on stage. It's really cool movement with the skirt swinging and just super free feeling, which is kind of what I go for in my music anyways. If you listen to American Dream, and it's all about, being who you are and being free within that. So I think that style kind of shows that off.
Yeah, the perfect summer outfit for that perfect summer song. So let's talk about your outfit today. You've got the leather jacket, and you've got a black crop, and you've got some jeans on. So do you wear kind of an all-black thing all the time, or do you kind of mix it with colors?
I totally mix it with colors. Today, I thought I would be a little bit more BA and wear the all-black with the leather jacket, the cowboy boots, the denim, that whole thing. Even had some accent rings, turquoise going on. So I like to dress up every outfit with some necklaces and rings.
So I've noticed that you wear a lot of the wrap shirts, or like maybe a lot of tie shirts and things, and your style is very laid back, kind of free and bohemian. Would that be how you would describe your style, or would you kind of say you're a mix of everything, or what?
Yeah, that's definitely how I would describe my style. And again, I love pairing some denim with it. I've got denim tops and denim jackets and denim jeans and rompers. So I actually love denim and love incorporating that as well. But for the most part, I stick to, skirts and that kind of bohemian look. That's kind of my true love in fashion.
Well, Christina, thank you so much for coming in. We were delighted to have you. You guys make sure to check out her single American Dreamin' and everything else she puts out. And by the way, where can we find that single?
You can find it on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. Radio Disney Country is playing it, which I am so thankful for. But yeah, pretty much if you look up Christina Taylor, you'll find me and you will find American Dreamin'.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And I think that's all we got for you today, guys. Back to you.
This week's Hotspot segment was amazing. It had everything from an amazing story as to how they started. I got to learn how to cook or make the cupcakes, and then I got to eat the cupcakes, and we even talked about me and my grandmother and how we used to make, and then I got to choose between the pumpkin and the red velvet, and I could just keep going.
That is crazy. Talk about icing on the cake.
I see what you did there. It's Donald with InStyle Country. I cannot think of a better way to start my day off than with the owner and the founder of the Cupcake Collection, Mignon Francois. Did I say that right?
You're so good.
I mean, with an Alabama accent, I did pretty well.
You did really awesome.
Nice. Well, tell me about, your creation here. I mean, it is a French name, so is baking in your family, is this?
Yeah, baking does happen to be something that runs in my family, but something that I didn't do very well. As a matter of fact, I couldn't bake out of a box. And so, I'm this little New Orleans girl, and, they say others may only eat to live, but in New Orleans, we live to eat.
I like that.
And so, I could cook up, a meal really well, but baking was never something that was really easy for me. Like the brown and serve rolls, I burned those. The ones that you're supposed to just take out, throw them in the oven. This would be perfect for the table, not when it comes to me. So
where did the Cupcake Collection come from?
The Cupcake Collection came out of desperation. being hungry. I was listening to this guy on the radio when I first moved to Nashville, and he was always telling people to have a bake sale to get out of debt. And I was hearing them scream, "We're debt free," and I really wanted that for my life. And so I thought that I have these really great daughters who can bake. I could have them bake at night, and I could sell what they bake in the daytime. But as soon as we sort of got started rolling, they weren't interested. And so without my older daughter, my baby daughter didn't want to do it, and they left me alone to figure out how I'm going to bake. And so I called my grandmother long distance, who is a wonderful baker, and she said, "Baby, open your hand. Go to the line." She didn't have any recipes to really help me with, so it was a challenge long distance. But when you spend a lot of time with your grandmother, you can speak her language, And so that's how I made my first successful recipe.
A first-timer, which I just saw, come in the door, comes in. What do you recommend? What do you say, all right, well, if you come in for the first time, you have to at least try this one?
Yes, sweet potato. Sweet potato cupcakes are a Cupcake Collection original. Any sweet potato cupcake you meet in this world wants to be that sweet potato cupcake.
I can't even follow that up, so I know what I'm going to eat next, all right?
Okay, awesome. I'm glad you're going to try it, because some people are like, "Oh, sweet potato," but it's really a pleasant surprise. It'll put you in the mind of maybe like pumpkin, but we're in the South where you've got to eat sweet potatoes.
Hey, well, let's get to the fun part, please, which is eating. Sound good? Mignon, thanks so much for hanging out. We are at the Cupcake Collection here in Nashville. It's definitely a hot spot. So in Germantown on 6th Avenue.
1213 6th Avenue North. Or they can always visit us online at thecupcakecollection.com, on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.
I think you've done that before. So good. Thanks for hanging out. Guys, this is In Style Country Hotspots.
This is not as easy as it looks to be able to ice cupcakes.
On all your cupcakes, is it like a signature
Yes.
swirl?
It
has to be this.
It has to be, this way. So getting the tip really close to the squeeze. Once the icing starts coming out, then you can start moving your hand. And you always want to make sure that the icing is in front of your tip. And then you just sort
In
of,
the middle.
you want
So from here.
to get close.
Close.
Yeah. And remember, you're going to push the icing, not pull it. You're doing so amazing.
Oh, my favorite part.
So I'm serving you cupcakes on a silver platter because Grandma's recipe deserves to be treated like, royalty or something
Yes.
like that. Okay.
Yes.
So since you make a mean red velvet yourself, I brought you my red velvet. But once again, it will pale to your grandmother's, but probably the best in this area.
I will tell the truth, though. I promise.
Okay.
You ready?
Okay, y'all ready. All right. So you got
We're
red
gonna do
velvet
it
and you got
first.
sweet potato. You gonna do red velvet first? I kind of want you to do sweet potato first. Yeah, because I want you to fall in love with it first, and then then you can leave us on another. Well, my grandmother can.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue. So. You just don't put sweet potatoes in your mind together with sweet sometimes, so I'm interested.
We like to keep it interesting around here.
Donald, didn't you get to hang out with Janelle Arthur at 3rd and Lindsley before her show?
Yeah, it was awesome. Watch. Hey guys, it's Donald with In Style Country, and I'm hanging out in the dressing room of 3rd and Lindsley, and I'm hanging out with the gorgeous Janelle Arthur. How are you?
I'm good. How
Hold
are
on,
you?
let's say Arthur. Arthur?
Arthur. Like
Ooh,
King
that's
Arthur.
my Alabama accent. Arthur.
It's
not,
true.
Do you get that a lot?
A lot of people from Alabama specifically say Arthur. Janelle Arthur.
I know, but I don't know. I'm not going to get into the accents.
It's okay.
You probably recognize her from, I don't know, Top 5 American Idol. Come on. Like,
Nobody watched that show.
Oh, nobody. It's just a show that kind of came about. And
Yeah. Didn't really do anything. It's sad.
Hey, what are we doing tonight? This is kind of cool, and I don't want to give it away, so you tell us about it.
All right. Well, tonight we're here at 3rd and Lindsley. We're going on stage to do a show called 90s Babies for 90s Ladies. So,
Yes, and
so
I love
excited.
90s.
Me too.
And I love ladies. So this is why I really
Then
am
this is-
excited about this show, right?
This is your kind of show.
That's right.
So this is really just about the women of the 90s in country music. The women like Shania Twain, Faith Hill, Trisha Yearwood, Leanne Womack, Pam Tillis. I mean,
The legends.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The people that I grew up listening to. And then I just think people miss listening to that music that they grew up with, and they love to sing in the car on the way to school, or just,
I agree.
So I want
And
to
that's definitely the country music that I grew up in, and I want to get into a little bit more of that. But before I do, this is for a philanthropy. This is a charity. It's
Yes.
What are we really making awareness and raising money for tonight?
Well, this is through Agape Nashville, and they have tons of branches, but we're specifically donating to their maternity care branch. So we want to help out women who have had unplanned pregnancies, and we want to just help them get the care that they need. And so this was really just a great excuse to get on stage with great people for a great cause. So
Yeah, and obviously that is a great thing. So I mean, now we're gonna have fun doing it as well.
exactly. I mean, it's with all of my friends, and so we're just really looking forward to having a good time.
Well, I'm excited to see the show, but let's go back to 90s country music and what we really grew up on.
Yeah.
And let's talk about what we really talk about here, and that's style and fashion.
Yeah.
So growing up, we definitely sang all of their songs in the car, and I don't sing, but when I was in the car and nobody else was around,
Oh, okay.
I sing really well. Just want to let you know.
I bet.
But when it comes to the fashion, tell us about like the difference. I mean, there were definitely things that you saw your legends, the people that were honoring the night, that you were like, oh, I gotta get that.
Oh yeah, the high-waisted jeans, the big hair. I had a lot of denim. I just wore a lot of denim at that time. And then of course Shania Twain came out, and I really wanted to show my belly button, but I'm not going to do that tonight.
Okay. I remember when Shania Twain came out.
Of course you do.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yes. I remember exactly what she was wearing too. Now I'm just trying to get that interview too. But no, you were talking earlier. You were like, and the boots.
Yes.
I mean, what, the rhinestone boots?
Oh yeah. When I was on American Idol, I made sure to wear rhinestone boots, or at least cowgirl boots, for every performance I ever did. And Jackie Bling, a crystal artist, made these incredible cowgirl boots for me. She covered them in Swarovski crystals. So that was.
Still have them?
Oh, I sure do.
Still wear them?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's awesome. Is there anything that, like, as far as your style then, and I know that's kind of, I mean, when you look up, that's who we grew up with, and we definitely want, but now coming to the day, right? Is it different? Is what you dress and how you dress, what does it communicate to your audience, your fans?
Right. I hope that I just look presentable, number one.
Well, you do.
Thank you.
Okay.
But I love the big hair. Sometimes I have to tone it down a little bit, but that kind of stuck with me. The whole big hair. I do tease my hair, and so
love the jewelry.
I love jewelry. I mean, jewelry is my thing, really, and I love rings. So
So if you have big bling on.
Yeah,
I
already got it on. I should have more. I typically have more. And when I'm at a ring store, or if any store that has jewelry, I have to stop and look at the rings. So.
Well, that's a shocker.
Those are not like raccoons at all.
No,
right?
Absolutely not. Well, I'm excited tonight, and thanks so much for hanging out with us. Is there anything that well, Donald, every time that I play or write, I mean, is there something that you always wear that, if you really knew me, you would know? That's kind of what I want to know. Do you have a favorite shirt that you wear? Is it jewelry? Is it? I don't know. When I wear this, I feel like I'm in the zone. Is there one of those things?
Yeah, I usually try to always have a cross somewhere on me, like a necklace or a ring, and occasionally I'll put a cross on my finger or something, because it just reminds me of my faith, and I just love to have that out there. So
that's awesome.
Thank you.
Well, Janelle, thanks so much for hanging out.
Thank y'all. Thank you for having me.
I mean, listen, we're gonna have a great night. We're gonna have great music.
Yes.
And guess what? It's for a great cause, and that is In Style Country with Janelle Arthur.
Yeah. Thank you.
Megan, growing up, the rock bands literally labeled them big-haired bands.
Yeah?
That was awesome.
Well, Lauren Ashley not only has big hair, but she also has gorgeous hair.
Yeah, she does.
What's up, everybody? We're back at In Style Studio, and today I have got Miss Lauren Ashley from Lauren Ashley and the Trainwreckers, straight off the plane from South by Southwest. What's up, Lauren?
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Absolutely.
So let's go ahead and jump into what have you been up to these days? I know you've got new music out, you've got an EP, but what have you been up to?
Yeah, well, we have some new music out. Our first EP called Evolution Part 1 came out in February, and so we have just been on the road promoting that, just, trying to get that out there to people as much as possible. And no, it won't always be like this. The door opens, you're on the A-list. No more struggling, fighting the man.
be flashing diamonds on my hand. It's a long, hard climb up to the top. Every corner I turn, sign says stop. Then pennies I pinch, gonna pinch me back. Oh, one day I'll have cash, stacks and stacks.
We have a lot of new music coming out this year, which is really exciting. So just promoting the new music, going out and playing. We did play South by Southwest in Austin, Texas.
That's so exciting.
It was a blast. It was so much fun. It was our first time out there, so we had a blast. So just traveling and playing shows and writing new music and just getting ready for our next releases that are coming up.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about the new releases. So how are you doing this process? It's a little bit different. It is super unique and super cool. So yeah, tell us about that.
So at first we wrote an entire album, so a 16-song album, but then we decided that we wanted to give people new music more often than just here's an album and then we're going to release another one 2 years later. So we decided to break the album, which is called Evolution, up into parts or volumes. So we are going to release new music every quarter in EPs. It'll be 4 songs per EP. So our next one is set to be released May the 4th. It'll be Evolution Part 2, and then we'll go Part 3, Part 4. And it just tells a story. So each part tells a story from something that I've personally gone through in my life that we wrote about, and they're all extremely personal. I wrote every song on here with a couple of songwriters, so it was a lot of fun, and I'm so excited to like keep giving this music to people. When we released the first one, I was like, I just want to release all of them at this point, but I'm excited because it gives people something to be excited about and new music, throughout the year, which is really cool.
So as we mentioned, you performed at South by Southwest, and we're gonna flip it over to the fashion for a second because you wore this phenomenal snakeskin print skirt. It was so cool. I have to tell you, I loved it so much. So why snakeskin? Was it just different for you?
Yeah, I like to just wear different things. So I have a little bit of an edgy style. I do wear a lot of black, but I like to give things like a pop with something cool, like a snakeskin skirt, or I have snakeskin boots, and just like little things like that. I just think they're cool, but they're kind of edgy, but still chic and girly. And so when it comes to my fashion, I like to choose things that kind of encompass all of those things, because that's
kind of like test the boundaries a little.
Yeah. So, and I'm not afraid to wear like anything kind of funky. And I saw that skirt at a local boutique here in Nashville, and I was like, I think I might wear that.
You needed that. You need that.
I needed it. I had to have it, so I got it.
What would be your staple performance item of clothing or accessory that if you ever had to perform without it, you could not?
Oh gosh,
that question just made
high
sense.
Heels, probably. I don't know if that goes with your question, but I don't think I could ever perform in heels or jeans. Okay. Because jeans are really tight, and
you can't move.
When you sing, you have to expand your diaphragm and stuff like that. So I would say, I couldn't live without high heels on stage because I'm a little short, but also it just makes your legs look longer,
I'm with you.
Yeah. Or, oh gosh, I don't even, that'd probably be it. Just my high heels, and I couldn't wear jeans, so we'll say that. I could not wear that. I think heels are probably my staple thing. I can kind of change everything else up, but I've got to have on heels. I could never go barefoot or anything because, like I said, I'm just short, and the illusion of heels makes you look taller and more slim.
You're exactly right. That's all we got for you guys today. Thank you so much for stopping by.
So much. So much fun.
Talking spring, talking fashion and all that. So you did mention you got new music coming up. So where can we get that?
Well, I would love for everybody to go to our website, which is laurenashleyandthetrainwreckers.com, and we will have links to all of our social media on there, as well as links to purchase Evolution Part 1, and also that's where you can find the next EPs that come out as well. So just go to our website, laurenashleyandthetrainwreckers.com, and you'll find everything you need to find there. So we would love for you to come follow us on social media and say hey and all that good stuff.
Yeah, well, hey, thank you so much for coming. Again, we got Lauren Ashley from Lauren Ashley and the Trainwreckers, and we'll see you guys next time.
Gosh, Megan, what a show. I feel like I'm still on a sugar high from all those cupcakes.
Quit rubbing it in, Donald.
Nope, not gonna do it.
Make sure you check out InStyleCountry.com so you can see more episodes just like this one.
That's right, and don't forget to follow us on all the social medias. It's just at InStyleCountry.
That's Nashville Style Country, and I love social media, so make sure you get on there and tweet us all the things you love about this episode.
Do it.